Hey, what's up, team? It's Navarro, head trader Penny Stocks Club 13. It's Monday, August 28th, 2023. And in this video, we're going to go over some of the trades we had last week, some of the trades we had today, and what's in store for the rest of the week. So let's go ahead and get going. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. So, first off, CVNA called it out on Friday on a short, but I'll go ahead and explain what happened here. So I called it here on these two bearish looking candles. Thought it was going to get rejected at the $40 level. If we look at the daily, this was that day. This was the $40 level. I was thinking it was going to get rejected, come test the 50, and then I wanted to buy it on the way back up. But that didn't happen. As you all can see, the complete opposite happened. So here's what happened. I entered the trade here. I got stopped out right above the high of day. I did enter a trade here for a long call, and I took profits here. I took profits here and the final take up here, and that was it for me. This has potential short squeeze, but I didn't want to be holding something that is very volatile and already had tons of profit. So I just got out and ran, and if it sets up again, I can day trade it, but I will not be holding it for long term. I can day trade it every single day if it be. Now, plug this one oversold, and I'm gonna explain why I have this candle circled. So here is what's going on with plug. It's oversold, it's on a downtrend, but it gave the first reversal signals last week on Thursday and then Friday. And of course, as you all know, I traded this one, and I locked in profits on Friday, locked in profits today, um, and I will look to trade it in the future. And let me show you what I see here. So again, we got this huge sell-off here, downtrend, but if we zoom in, when we look at these two candles here, you can see this is a hammer. Okay, so first reversal signal, then we got an inside candle. This is basically and almost to the T a bullish harami signal. All right, so we got the signal. This does not mean absolutely go ahead and buy a ton and load up the boat. No, not yet. We still need to confirm the reversal. We got this rejection candle, we got this rejection candle, right? We got those upper wicks, topping tails. They're not topping tails because they're at the bottom, but there is some resistance here. So what I'm thinking here, the way I want to trade this, and hopefully it gives us the proper setup, is I want this price action to come down, and I want it to make a higher low, right? So this is basically what I want to see. I want to see this go up, however it did right now. I want to see it come down anywhere here. If it comes down here to the $8 level, then that would be great. It's a previous resistance and support level. So if we come anywhere here, 8.10, $8, this is our buy zone. And then of course we want to see it go higher. But we do want to trade this with plenty of time in our options. If you want to trade the stock itself, that's even safer. Go for it. You trade how you want. Again, this is not investment advice. You trade at your own risk. So again, this is what I'm looking for, and once I get that, I will start buying into it again with some calls and look for upside potential. So that would be plug. Next one, LACR. On this one, the same thing. I do have these two zones down here. We have one rejection here, right? We did come back down through it though, but then we have that same zone touched here. So I would like for it to come touch it a third time, maybe even get down here to this consolidation period where we have that zone there. So maybe just come here, 1-2 candles, start moving back up. But again, if it does not give me that entry, I don't know if I want to be taking it to the upside yet. It's not something, this is not something that I'm still 100% convinced is ready to go up. But again, what I think doesn't matter in the stock market. The market will do whatever it wants. PayPal. This one, 3 for 3 on the trades with PayPal, guys. All right. So called it out last week. Called it out, I believe, right here. took profits, then left some, took profits, and then again called it again yesterday, took profits today, bought it again today, guys. So this is what I want to see in plug, guys. This is exactly what I've been telling you. So we get this bullish engulfing candle, and then we get this little inside candle that closed above the previous close. So this was already a bullish signal, similar to what we have in plug. Came back up, so we got this, and then I was waiting for it to come tap this again, and this is why I called it out again. If y'all remember, I called it out yesterday, traded it again, sold it today, right? Because it's coming back up. So now what I want to see is that move up to that 50, that 20 or 50 EMA, depending how it works out. Take profits and then wait for it to actually reverse, and then hopefully come in and either fill the gap or get in between the gap somewhere here. You know, that's always that potential here. But PayPal, I think it's one of the top stocks that are going to be trending in the near future. This is five. I just have it here because it's got earnings coming in, and of course with back to school, this is one that you need to start looking at, and it is oversold right now. Okay, we got this bottom down here, so if earnings are good, then that means we're gonna get this higher low, right? Depending on where it's at. So we get a higher low, then we can start looking for calls. So we'll see how this one plays out. I'm thinking they're gonna have good earnings due to back to school stuff and all of that good selling in books and paper and whatever. But that's my opinion. MNST, guys. So this one is just trending sideways. So what we gotta look for is for it to pick a direction. What direction is it gonna go? Now here, it did sell off after earnings came back up, and now it's trending above that 57 level. So again, your key level here is 57. Above 57, we're trading for calls. Below 57, we're gonna be trading for puts. So again, just be mindful, let the setup come. What I want to see here, guys, you see how it broke down and then broke to 57? We don't want to see that. If it breaks back down below 57, we want to come see it, retest and get rejected, and then continue lower. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now. It broke below 57, came back up, so now it's gonna come and retest that support. If it comes down, retest and fails, then we're gonna be waiting for that rejection again, and we're gonna take it to the downside again. We just gotta be patient with the setups. So that's what we have for MNST. Dash, I like Dash. I think it's about to reverse, but if it does not reverse, guys, this is something that's might be something that happens. Okay, if we look and we see it come back up here, all right, because I see this little gap down here. Now it is covered, it's not a fair value gap, it's just a minor gap there. But if we see this, let me do this better. If we see something like this, where it came and then got rejected around that level, then we are gonna look to see if the next candle is gonna open below the close. So if we open down here, come retest and then break below, we get this action, then we're gonna start buying to the downside. Again, we gotta wait for the setup. If it goes the other way, then we'll buy calls. But for now, this is what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure, but that's how I feel the setup is gonna play. So that's a Dash. AMD, actually AMD right now, I don't even want to touch it because of all the volatility due to Nvidia. So this one I'm just gonna leave for now, but I do want to mention that it's at a critical inflection point where we had rejection, support, and right now it's showing support. Okay, so this is something to keep in mind with AMD. But again, I'm just not ready to trade it right now due to this bullish engulfing candle that it put up, this one, and then of course these two consecutive bearish candles and this bearish move. So right now it's not ready for me to trade it, or I'm not ready to trade it, let me put it that way. SQ, guys, SQ, all this PayPal, SQ, SoFi, you know, all of them, I like them a lot. I think they're gonna be trending again into December, so we have to be ready to trade them. Okay, every time they set up, we need to be ready to trade them. What's going on here? Well, of course, gap down. Okay, big downtrend, and now we got this consolidation, guys. So what are we looking for here? Well, if we look at the consolidation, this is the box that we're looking at. All right, so right now it's just pure consolidation, no true direction. But okay, if we look at reversal signals, we do have this bottom, came back up, came down, and now we're looking for that move up again because we got a higher low. Right now, if we start breaking down, if we start breaking below here, that does not mean that we're gonna go bearish on it, because it's gonna come down. So then what we're looking for, let me go ahead and remove all of this. I can always come back and redo it. So what we're looking for, we're gonna see this as the left shoulder. Then if it breaks down, we're gonna start looking for it to come back up, and then we're gonna start looking for the higher lows, and then of course the move up. So basically it would be something like this: came down, came back up, came down, came back up, right? Then we're gonna come lower, and then we're gonna go higher. All right, so here's your left shoulder, hit, right shoulder, move back up. Again, setups need to be taking place. So this one, just keep it on watch. Make sure you know that we're waiting for either the break below the box here, the break below this box, or the break above it. Okay, either way will show us some direction, and then we can take an entry either to the downside or to the upside depending on what we see. PFE, guys, this one I'm a little upset at my entry because I did not wait for the setup, but I still think this one has upside potential. As you all can see, we have the left, the head, and now we're doing the right shoulder. So right now it's bouncing at a critical support and resistance level. This is where I would have entered. I entered a little bit up here because I thought this 20 EMA was going to hold. So if we look at the 1 day 5 minute, all right, today's entry, guys, I entered here, and then I entered here, and then it just completely reversed on me. But I wanted to add here, I wasn't able to, but I will add if we break above the 3640 again. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark out that level right now because that's where my entries were. And I wanna add because I bought enough time, September 8th calls, so I have plenty of time to recover from this. Also, I just did a started entry. I think I got maybe 6 contracts. I want to add all the way up to 15 contracts if it sets up properly and I see the upside potential starting to take place. So go ahead and mark this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up some more alerts here just to know what's going on with my entry, with my trade. And then of course, last but not least, SoFi, guys, same idea as PayPal, same idea as SQ, same idea as Affirm, AFRM. I'm sorry, I was trying to think of the next one, and I'm going to talk about Affirm in a bit and why I believe SoFi, PayPal, and SQ have the potential to follow suit. So again, we have this critical level here. This is where it's starting to bounce. So I wouldn't be surprised if the price comes back in here, but I would love to make or have it make a higher low. All right, so a higher low here would be just the icing on the cake that it's gonna be moving up, but I think it already made it, because if we look at it closer, we came down, came back up, and now this would be our higher low, and I feel that this one's gonna start taking off, but we still need that confirmation, that big bullish candle where it's just gonna take off, something like this, guys. It would be our confirmation, but we can see it up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about AFRM and why I feel confident with this. So AFRM, again, if you don't know what Affirm is just another type of company that lets you buy now, pay later. So for this reason, I think PayPal, SoFi, and SQ are ready to turn around and get going with Affirm, guys. This is my confirmation for those calls. But again, You trade at your own risk. I'm not telling you what to buy, what to sell. These are simply ideas. You trade at your own risk. Guys, so that is it for me. We'll catch you on the next one.